Hello everyone out there, it's Smash Moop here, and new D-Files episode today, and the vote seems to have gone to Michael Myers, The Shape. I honestly found that kind of surprising. I thought it was going to go to The Nightmare. But, you know what? Michael it is. If that's what you guys wanted, let's do this. So, let's do this. Getting into his lore. Some humans are simply bad seeds. Seeds infused with the distilled and pure form of evil. Michael Myers is one of those seeds. He had no issues with causing the pain of others. Instead, it was exactly what he sought. But even life can be tough on those with minds filled with terror. The difference is just how one goes about to solve those problems. For Michael, he had to kill to find some inner peace. As he took his sister's life, the police found a silent boy dressed as a clown at the scene. When one stumbles upon a growing fire, one does not pour gasoline on it. But this was an action taken by officials that had no idea it would shape this demon into the boy's body. Sending Michael to a mental institution was a feeble attempt to save the child. Unsuccessful therapy and nightly screams just made him even more introvert and deranged. People hoped that Michael Myers would end up a parenthesis, soon to be forgotten and buried, a failure that soon were to rot away. But then he escaped. So, as you can probably guess, this is Michael Myers from, Halloween. This was actually the first licensed killer to be introduced to the game and the first DLC to be added to the game. And boy, did they really go all out with it, bringing probably the most iconic horror movie killer into the game. So pretty much this guy is the antithesis of evil, pure evil. As it says, he was just simply a bad seed, and he killed people just to find inner peace. So, yeah, getting into his perks. Alright, all of his perks are actually pretty good. Save the Best for Last is his best perk. Easily, in my opinion, an A-tier perk. You become obsessed with one survivor. Earn a token for each successful basic attack that is not dealt to your obsession. Each token grants a 5% decreased successful basic attack cooldown. And you can earn up to 8 tokens, meaning that you can lose up to 40% of your attack cooldown. Hitting your obsession with a basic attack will cause you to lose 4 tokens. You can no longer gain tokens if your obsession is sacrificed or killed. And with each upgradable version of this, if you hit your obsession, you will only lose 3 tokens and 2 tokens. This is an A-tier perk. If you've seen in my previous videos, such as the Pyramid Head video, I actually run this perk on them because it's really good. Same thing I said with the Trapper. The Trapper really needs this perk. I did not have it, sadly. But yes, this perk is really good. Play with your food. You become obsessed with one survivor. Every time you chase your obsession and let them escape, you receive a token up to a maximum of 3 tokens. Each token increases your movement speed by 3%. Performing a basic attack or special attack spends one of those tokens. The killer can only be obsessed with one survivor at a time. This, I would say, is like a B-tier perk. Allowing to gain more movement speed just by not attacking a specific person. That pretty much leaves the rest of the people out there to be screwed over by play with your food. This is specifically really good for Leatherface, which I will get to in another video. Dying Light. You become obsessed with one survivor. Your obsession gains a 33% bonus to unhooking, healing other survivors. So your obsession actually gains a buff while you're using this perk. If the obsession is alive, you gain a token. All survivors who are not the obsession get a 2% penalty to repair, healing, and sabotage speed for each token. So every time you hook a survivor that is not your obsession, you gain a token, and this has no limit to it. You can get upwards of, I believe, if you manage to leave the obsession alive, you could get upwards of a full 15% reduction to everything, which is really powerful. I would rate this personally the weakest of the perks. I would rate it like a B minus. But overall, he's got really, really solid perks. Getting into his power, he has one of my favorite powers in the game, and he is generally considered to be one of the most fun killers to play as and go against. Personally, I don't really like playing as him. If I want to play a stealth killer, I usually go with the Wraith, but he's fun to go against. Because he's one of the few killers in the game that can legitimately jump scare the crap out of you. His power is called Evil Within, sticking with that theme of him being pure evil. The darkness inside feeds his determination to take the life of his prey. Evil Within. Activating Evil Within allows the Shape to see his prey clearly and build up more evil power by stalking them. So, you are actually able to, by holding down your active ability button, you're able to see all the way across the map, like the white outline of someone moving. Evil Within 1 grants you undetectable, the undetectable status effect, meaning you have no terror radius. And you get a slightly decreased movement speed, and your basic attack has a smaller lunge. So, yeah, Evil Within 1 is what you start with. You have no terror radius, but you only have a 105% movement speed and a shorter lunge. Evil Within 2 grants a moderately decreased terror radius. Instead of the 32-meter terror radius, you get a 16-meter terror radius, slightly increasing your movement speed to 110%, and your basic attack has a slightly increased lunge. Evil Within 3, when triggered, all survivors suffer from the exposed status effect, meaning if you manage to hit them, they will not be put into the injured state, they will instantly put into the dying state. Evil Within 3 lasts for 60 seconds, after which it regresses back to Evil Within 2. So, yeah, pretty much you're able to one-shot people once you're at Evil Within 3. Oops, my mistake. The special ability, Stalk. Press and hold the power button to stalk all visible survivors. Stalking survivors is what builds... Oh my god, why? Is what stocks up your Evil Within tiers. So, that's pretty much the Shape. And whenever he's Evil Within 3, he gets the full movement speed, the full terror radius, and an actual longer lunge than all other killers in the game. So he's really deadly when he's in... He's Evil Within 3. He cannot endlessly stalk survivors, though. He can stalk them for as long as they're, you know, some sort of shade of white. It goes from white to red, and if they're fully red, they are not able to be stalked anymore, which sucks. Getting into his perks, or his add-ons, excuse me. I would have to say he does have an S-tier add-on, and it's not his Iridescence, it is the Tombstone Piece. Unlocks the ability to kill healthy or injured survivors with Evil Within 3. Disables your ability to stalk with Evil Within 3, which doesn't matter. Killing a survivor considerably drains the power of Evil Within, and considerably increases the amount of Evil Within required to reach Evil Within 3. This is an S-tier add-on, in my opinion. Many people would say, it's not really good. I think it is. Because... So, it takes longer to increase your Evil Within 3. Normally, it takes 5 seconds from Evil Within 2 to Evil Within 3. With this, it increases it, I believe, up to 10 seconds. However, this will be insanely powerful. If you're right up behind somebody, and you're able to get up to tier 3, and instead of putting them just even into the dying state, you literally just grab them and stab them and kill them. That's it. They're just gone from the game. He's the only killer in the game that can actually do this, is just downright kill someone without the use of a offering or a perk. It's just an add-on that he has. Getting into his A-tier add-ons, the Fragrant Tuft of Hair comes to mind, where you get unlimited Evil Within 3 once you reach it. However, it tremendously increases the amount of evil required to reach Evil Within 3. Precisely, you need to fully stock 3 survivors to have permanent Evil Within 3. Meaning, once you have Evil Within 3, you're able to instant down people for the rest of the game. Very powerful. This pairs really well with the J. Myers Memorial, or the Judith Myers Memorial. This moderately increases the rate at which evil is gained when stalking a survivor. Simple as that. So if you pair it with this, you will get Evil Within 3 really quickly, even with this add-on. Also, the Memorial Flower, which is a weaker version of the J. Myers Memorial. This is still really good, being able to increase the rate of your stock. Also, another A tier add-on would probably be no, you know what? This is a B tier add-on. Would be Judith's Tombstone. This is it does the same thing as, you know, the Tombstone piece. However, it requires a full 15 seconds. It adds another 5 seconds to it. This is still good. It's still good. However, the Tombstone piece requires way less time to activate. That's what makes it better. If you're trying to kill a person, get them out of the game, this will be more difficult to use than this. That's just, yeah. Other B tier add-ons would be the Judith's Journal. You become obsessed with one survivor, and you considerably increase the rate of which evil is gained from that person, your obsession. So, yeah. And if you manage to change your obsession, you'll be able to quickly gain a lot, even quicker than the J. Myers Memorial. Because it says considerably. This is a B tier add-on. The Hairbow, I would say, would be a B tier add-on, which is a weaker version of the Tuft of Hair. And then there's the Mirror Shard is also good, which whenever you're in Evil Within 2 and you stalk a survivor for 1 second, you're able to keep on seeing them for another 5 seconds after you stalk them. Getting into C tier add-ons. I would say, okay, personally, this is a C tier add-on, but it is my personal favorite add-on to run. The Scratched Mirror. Evil Within 1 reveals survivors' auras when stalking within a 32-meter range. You cannot pass Evil Within 1, so you have to stay at 105% movement speed with a short lunge for the whole game, but it gives you insane map awareness. This pairs so well, so well, on small enclosed maps, like the Leary's Memorial Institute, or The Game, or Hawkins. This pairs so well, because you're able to hide around corners, and because you are in permanent tier 1, you have no terror radius the whole game. This is what allows you to jump scare people so fast, and so good. It's really funny. The Dead Rabbit, which is, it reduces your terror radius within Evil Within 2 from 16 to 18, and increases your terror radius with Evil Within 3 from 32 to 40, which is good for trying to sneak up on people and stalk them. The Glass Fragment is a C tier, which is just a weaker version of the Mirror Shard. And the Blonde Hair, which increases the duration of Evil Within 3. All of his add-ons are pretty difficult to judge. D tier add-ons, getting into his D tier add-ons, would be the Lock of Hair. The Lock of Hair is a weaker version of the Fragrant Tuft, and it's essentially, it's the same thing with the Tombstone piece and the Tombstone. This is just significantly harder to use than the Fragrant Tuft of Hair. It tremendously increases the duration of Evil Within 3, but but moderately increases the Evil Within required to reach Evil Within 3. I don't know why you would run this unless you wanted to run this. This is just way better. The Vanity Mirror. Evil Within 2 reveals survivors' auras within stalking of 16 meters. This is a weaker version of the Scratch Mirror by a long shot. This sucks. Just altogether, it just sucks. You cannot pass Tier Within 2. So not only can you not jump scare people because you have a terror radius, you can't get to tier 3. It's just not good. And the jewelry box, hairbrush, or not the hairbrush, the jewelry box, and the tacky earrings, they slightly, moderately, and considerably increases the movement speed while stalking. What's the point? What's the point of just walking from really slow to just slow? There's no real point to running these. They're just not good. And F tier, bottom tier. Don't run it ever. There's only one reason you would ever run this, is the boyfriend memo. Slightly increases the lunge of Evil Within 1. Do you know how long it takes to get out of Evil Within 1? 5 seconds, and you're instantly onto Evil Within 2, and you cannot go back to you cannot go back to Evil Within 1. This is just useless. This is like 99% useless. However, this pairs so good. This is the only thing that'll pair with this. The Scratched Mirror, giving you from a short lunge to a regular sized lunge, which is very important on trying to kill people with the Scratched Mirror. This is so important. This is the only reason you would ever run the boyfriend's memo, is if you were running Scratched Mirror. Otherwise, F tier. This is just an F tier add-on. For an ideal perk build, I like to run Infectious Fright, which pairs really well whenever you're using tier 3. Because Infectious Fright, when the cries of the unfaithful make your heart leap. Any survivor that is within your terror radius while another survivor is put into the dying state will yell and reveal their location for 5 seconds. This allows you to snowball the game really quickly by being able to stab someone, see another person, and instantly go for them and know where they are and stab them. Infectious Fright's really good. Monitored Abuse is really good when you're at tier 2 trying to get to tier 3. This decreases your terror radius while not in a chase by 8 meters. Meaning that you go from a 16 meter terror radius to an 8 meter rate. To an 8 terror meter. What am I saying? Terror radius. This is near, if you reduce it down to 8 meters, there's no way survivors are going to be able to react in time. Which is really important. Also, it increases your field of view by 10 degrees, allowing you to stalk people at a wider degree. Which is actually really good. I would say a good perk to run would be Whispers, actually. Or maybe Pop. Pop Goes the Weasel's also good. Whispers is a really good tracking perk, but Pop is just really good. And I do not have Barbecue and Chili on the shape, but I would highly recommend running Barbecue and Chili for those extra blood points and being able to see people across the map. So, overall, the shape, not one of my favorite killers to play, but really fun to go against. And honestly, if you decided to get a DLC, I would recommend Myers. I would recommend him to be the first one you get, because he teaches you, exactly how to conserve power, exactly good add-on placement, good perk placement, exactly just how a power works. He has really powerful perks that you can teach to other survivors. Specifically save the best for last. These perks are really good. I would highly recommend playing Myers first. So, this concludes this episode of the D-Files. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. and make sure to like and subscribe. Anyone else watching these, and I hope you learned something. You know, I will post a poll in my Discord server next to see who will go up next. And I hope you all have a good day.